Hey everyone, so second time out in the water with my Phoenix Pro XP 919. Uh, the boat handles great. I mean, I knew it would. I have several friends that have them, and they basically, with the performance of their boats, I was sold. So, uh, but I broke her in, I think, a little over a week ago. Today, like I said, today was the second day. After break-in, we opened her up, and there was two of us on the boat, and she got up to 70, and she had more, but that was fast enough for me. And today, just by myself, I was in a small lake, but she got up to 65 like now. She planes great. She handles great. I mean, if you're considering a Phoenix, I would definitely check them out. I don't think you'd be disappointed. But what I'm going to do in this video is kind of show you maybe some afterthought items. These items definitely wouldn't have kept me from buying the boat. But when you see a walkthrough from a dealer, right? They show you how look, it's got 225 and 250. It's got this, it's got that. But with every boat, I don't care which boat you buy, and I've never put down anybody's boat because I just don't believe in that. But every boat has issues, and I shouldn't say issues. They have things that could be improved, but everybody's so stuck on their brands that their boat is the best. Well, in my opinion, there can be improvements in everything that we own, and that's all I'm going to go. I'm going to go through and talk to you about some of the things that I'm going to either make some changes or learn to get around some of the things I'm going to show you. But just a little bit about me. So I'm barely 5'8". So when I show you reaching issues or stuff like that, keep that in mind. I'm not 6 foot something with big long arms. I'm just a little old guy. But I'm just going to show you these things. And like I said, there's no way any of these things would keep any of you or me from buying a Phoenix. But maybe it's something for them to consider in 23. So let's get to it. The color I picked out is actually the exact same color, I believe, as the 921 they have in the catalog. I didn't change anything. It's kind of funny. I wanted silvers, blacks, and reds. And when I talked to the salesman about it, he was going, well, here, you mean like this? And he opened up the catalog for 21, and I said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So it was kind of an easy write-up for the color. It really sparkles in the sun. I almost changed it a little bit, but I wanted a silver and black boat with some red, and the way I was thinking about changing it actually would have made it a red boat with some silver and black. So I stayed with that catalog color. And the seats, the only thing I changed from catalog is I didn't really want any color on my seats, and I wanted definitely the middle part to be a lighter gray. My other boat had some red color on the seats, and I noticed a difference when it came to heat. But yeah, it's a beautiful boat. All right, well, let's hop up on top. So on top, I can tell you that the seats are just very comfortable. They hug you tight, and I know that I'm about 180 pounds, and they fit me just as well as the buddy that helped me, or I should say shared the break-in period time, and I'm sure he's well over 200, and he fit just as well. He thought the seats were comfortable too. And he's in another maker, but he was really impressed with the performance of a Phoenix and how comfortable it was. I ordered this boat, I think in April of 2021, and it's a 2022. There weren't a lot of changes, if any, for the 22 from the 21 on a 919 XP. But the one thing they did change was the steering wheel. Yeah, it's I think it's just wrapped a little differently. I don't remember what a 21 looks like, but I remember that was one of the things when I did my walk around at the dealership when I picked her up. It was like, yeah, here's the new steering wheel for 22. It's comfortable. Like I said, I wouldn't know what the difference was with 21. Maybe it had spikes and thorns on it to make the 22 more comfortable, but that's the one thing that I noticed. I did, the 919 I think comes with like a 7 on the bow and a 9 on the console. I upgraded to two 10-inch helixes. I didn't go with the Solexes only because two of my friends have them, and basically after a short period of time they turned into helixes because they lost the touchscreen to them. And Hummingbird's going to take care of them. They're a great company, but they're waiting for a good time to send those things in because they're not going to have any grass right on their boat. It was an upgrade for my other Hummingbirds, so I think the helixes are going to be fine. I haven't decided on a 360 yet or their live version, but I've got room to put that on when I decide to. And I fished 4 years without them tournaments, and we'll just see if I want to spend the money on them. But all right, let me show you some of these things on the boat. I was really excited when I finally had a boat with a spot to put tools. On my Nitro, they were just tossed all over the place. Where are the scissors? Oh, they're by the ice chest, or they're on the bow somewhere. The only thing that I found with this is, and as a disclaimer, I'm the Bubba Blade rep for California, so a lot of my tools are, of course, Bubba Blade. But they set the tool rack, and so here's the console, right? So they set the tool rack underneath the console, and these are just a standard pair of Bubba Blade pliers, and they don't go all the way in or down because it gets in the way. Of course, your little scissors and stuff will go in there. These are just a standard pair, of braid cutters from Bubba Blade. You guys should check these out, though. They're great. But I mean, they'll fit in there, no problem. The smaller ones. Now, there's I think 8 slots in there to put tools. I really don't think that I would put 8 tools in there because of it's just going to be a hassle to get them out. I have another set of snips that I can't put in there because they're too tall. So that's one item that I think maybe with a little bit of afterthought they could have maybe moved the ice chest out a little bit and had that tool thing, that the tool holder just enough out so you didn't kick it, but enough out where you could utilize it more. But that's just one of the things. So like I said, I'm just showing you the things that of course when you're looking at how beautiful a boat is and you just want the Phoenix because of this or that, that's one of the things that they definitely won't show you when you're doing your walkthrough. And of course there wouldn't be any tools in there anyway, right? I saw it and I go, oh great, that's going to be perfect place to put tools. Well, I didn't think about that they wouldn't fit underneath there. All right, so let me show you the hatch compartment. Okay, so now on your main storage compartment for your tackle, on my Nitro, I could sit on the ice chest, which is this area right there, and I could reach up and close the door. Now that boat was only 18.8. This boat I think is 19.8 and 19.9. I can't remember. But when I open the compartment, my size, I can't close it without from a sitting position. So, I mean, it goes up no problem, right? You have your measuring board up there, which is nice. It holds a lot of gear. I haven't organized yet because I just pulled the stuff out of my garage and in this boat, but it definitely holds more than my other boat did. And I did order some of those KVD Plano worm bags to organize, and I think that's going to be a great help. But as I'm sitting here, so I'm sitting on the ice chest right now, and I'm probably a good foot away from being able to reach that latch. I would say it's a good 12 to 13 inches. So even if I lean over, I can't lean over and grab that latch. So it's you know, I mean, I'm glad I got the big compartment, but for me, I'm gonna, you know, if I just want to sit down here and finish tying up and I want to close that up, just don't put anything in your lap, because you're gonna have to, or at least for me, I'm gonna have to get up to close that door. And the shocks are great on the door, the space is great, but it's just for me. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get up, reach, grab it, and close it down. And that's just another thing that it's, you know, it's just gonna have to be me figuring out how to get around it. I don't know if I'm gonna try and put a handle on there where I can reach it, because there's enough room in that box that if I put a handle on there so that goes out enough for me to reach it to be able to pull that door down, there's still enough room in this compartment. There's a lot of room, and I have the boxes sitting up on end, but eventually I will turn them and lay them flat once I get my worm bags. So there'll really be a lot of room to put a little handle in there. But like I said, that's just me, and not an issue. I'll get up, and of course, you know, we all learn to work around our boats, and I will too. All right, let me show you the rod compartment. When it comes to rod compartments, Phoenix still carpets the inside. I like that. I think there are some boat manufacturers now that are just, you know, the fiberglass, the gel coat, I guess. But Phoenix still carpets them. I think it protects your rods and reels if you're going to lay them flat without the organizer. But on the organizer, I haven't decided yet, because even on my other boat, I took it out, I pulled it in, I took it out. But the one thing I have to find out is if those little white inserts pop out, or if I can pop them out, and it's still, they're kind of rubbery, so I know they're there to protect the rods, but you can't put spinning rods in them. So those first 8 slots, if you know, my spinning rods are 7.2, 7.4, it hits the large ring, and it just won't go in there. They have 2 slots, top and bottom, on the right side that spinning rods go in. But you know, there's some days when you know, depending on the leg I may have more spinning rods than I have bait casters, and there's only 2 spots to put spinning rods. I think one of my shorter spinning rods fit in there, because the ring, it didn't have, you know, the large ring, must have been smaller diameter than the rest, because I was able to get one of them in there. But 4 of my other rods would not fit through those, because it hit that ring, and then I couldn't get it, the handle back in from this side. So I'll probably end up taking that off, or seeing if I can pull those little white grommets out of there to where I can fit the spinning rods. So I know it's an age-old argument on whether to use them or not. I actually ended up always putting them back in, because I liked my rods separated. But that's another thing. So when you see them and you go to the dealer, take a look at those. unless they change that. I mean, like, mine's a 22, so it's as new as it gets. But that's something that I'm going to find a workaround as well. All right, and so like I stated, I have 2 10-inch helixes on the boat, and you know, I contemplated on whether I wanted to get the option other dash they have, which would allow support up here, so that you could put a bracket on, and you could actually put you know, 2 graphs across it. I don't know if I would have ever put 2 graphs on, but I think for my size, like I said, I'm 5'8", and for the comfortable position of my steering wheel, it tends to block part of my graph. So I sit about like that, and that's kind of where it blocks. I could lower the steering wheel because it does have a you know, adjust on the steering wheel, but that's the comfortable location. So I think I would have got the other dash so that I could have put a rack on, I mean a bracket on, and put the graphs higher so they'd be a little easy to view. And that's not a problem with the boat. That's just, when you're thinking of options, think about that. I don't believe it was that much. I don't know why I didn't do it. Maybe I thought this was going to be fine, and maybe I sat in the boat and the steering wheel was low, so it didn't matter. But I wanted to also show you, here's a new and improved steering wheel. Wow, check that out. Like I said, I don't know what's it new and improved, but it's clean looking, and it's got a nice grip to it, but who knows. I didn't get the smart gauges on it. On my other boat, I just added the vessel view, because it was about almost a $500 savings, and you know, that vessel view works great. I don't know who has them or doesn't, but I bought one for my 2014, and it worked great. You know, it told me hours. I kept my maintenance on it, so it was good. And the boat does have down there, it has 2 ports for your phone, one with the like the push and lighter style, and the other one that you can actually stick your HD or your cable in there. So that's kind of cool. And then there's a little pocket down here where your phone will just sit in. So that's good as well. The panel is pretty basic, and that's one thing about Phoenix. They really are all about you know, just the basics. Have a good riding and performance boat, and just have basic stuff on there. It's still got, mine has a key. I don't know if the other models have keys or not, but it's serves its intended purpose. All right, now to the back of the boat. So I'm sitting on my butt, and I don't know if it was an option or if the other models have it, but the drain plug is way down there. You know, like I said, I'm an old guy, and I really have to get on my knees and reach way down there to get that plug on. So, I mean, it's, like I said, it's down there. So that's it right there. So, I mean, you're ducking your head. Where are you? You're ducking your head and you're reaching way down there to get that thing opened up and tightened up. So if it's an option to have it, I would do it. And I didn't think about that. Just like I said, when you're in awe of a boat and you're out there walking around, that's one of the things I didn't look at. All right, well, here's the trailer without the boat on it. So typical, you have your spare. I haven't put a chain on there yet, but you're gonna want to do that because somebody will borrow that spare. But you know, I thought this was one of the better options, so I put shocks on the trailer. So I've got 2 shocks on each side, and I can tell you by the towing, it does make a difference. So your typical bunks, you know, this is one thing about carpet. Look, second time I've had the boat off the trailer, and carpet's already indented there, but another view. But I just know that in all the walk-arounds, you never get a view of the trailer without the boat on it. So there it is. So anyway, so that was the behind the curtain boat walk around. Anyways, like I said, nothing that I showed you would have kept me from buying this boat. And I'm sure as I get more seat time, I'll love it even more. But it has a great fishing platform, and I haven't had her on rough water yet, but a little bit of wind today, and going over a few wake boat wakes, and she was as smooth as I could have wanted. So I would say, you know, after having a nitro, I would still buy a Phoenix. And my nitro served me well for 5 years, and but you know, the fastest, so I had a 150 on that thing, and it got me to like 52, you know, 53 miles per hour. But this thing is going to haul butt, and I'm never probably going to ever, you know, max it out like others do. You know, hitting 65 today was fine. And the newer boats are just so nice with the electronic shifting now, no grinding in the gears. I'm sure all the boats have them now, but if you're thinking about getting a new boat, I would definitely take a look at Phoenix. And as you're looking at new boats, I think, you know, for me, like I said, I was so excited about going out there and starting to, you know, pick out the colors, and you know, walk around them. If you're vacillating between two different boats, walk around and check out everything to say, okay, I could live with that, I can't live with that, and so you'll be happy with those, you know, large investments that we make on these things. But like I said, I'm going to be posting live videos now that I got a boat again, and you'll be seeing some product videos from me as well. Like I said, I'm the California rep for Bubba Blade, and I'm the Northern California, Nevada rep for Savage Gear. So hopefully I'll be out there on the water doing some product reviews. And if you have any reviews that you guys want on any Savage Gear lures or setups, send me a shout out, and if I don't have it here, I'll get them, get some samples of them and give them a try. But look for more videos, and you guys have a great day. Get out there fishing and enjoy yourself. So God bless. Bye-bye.